Here now, highlights from the Heritage Hong Kong International Numismatics Fair World Coin Auction. We'll start the proceedings with some examples of modern Chinese commemorative gold. The 2002 Year of the Horse scalloped kilo gold proof coin struck at the Shanghai Mint with a face value of 10,000 yuan. Part of the prestigious Lunar series, only 15 examples were produced, each individually numbered on their edges. This specimen, serial number 3, represents two galloping horses above flowing waters, a powerful symbol of Chinese tradition. Accompanied by its original box and certificate of authenticity, it realized $144,000, a prize for modern Chinese numismatics. Following in the same elite series, this is the 1995 Year of the Pig scalloped kilo gold proof, also receiving only a reported mintage of 15 pieces with a face value of 2,000 yuan. This one numbered as number 8. These coins represent the earliest entries into the PRC's now renowned Lunar series. Similarly, this coin also sold for $144,000 at auction's conclusion. Struck in 1924 to mark Duan Queri's appointment as provincial chief executive of the Republic of China. This gold specimen patent dollar represents a pivotal moment in Chinese political history, the so-called peaceful unification, which abolished the presidency in favor for Duan's military-backed regime. While silver versions of this type are very occasionally seen, gold examples are vanishingly rare. This example is certified by PCGS as SP61, and the impressive survivor realized $216,000 at auction, a testament to both its rarity and its historical weight. It's always a joy to behold an Una and the Lion coin, perhaps the most celebrated masterpiece of British coinage. Designed by William Wyon, its allegory of the young Queen Victoria as Una guiding the Lion of England, capturing the optimism of a new reign. Collector demand for this poetic type was so great that the Royal Mint continued producing examples of this special order until around the 1880s. Our current example was graded by NGC as Proof 60 Ultra Cameo and sold for $228,000 at auction's close. A seminal example of the Japanese Meiji silver appears to us next, from an original design for the new yen coin, conceived of by Natsuo Kano and engraved by Leonard Wyon at the Royal Mint, after which they were then delivered to the newly established Osaka Mint. The reverse would be changed before the circulation coins were made available, but this pattern from 1870 stands as a representation of the original vision that helped to reshape Japan's monetary reforms and modernization, graded as Proof 64 by PCGS, as it was sold at auction for $288,000. And for comparison, here is an example of the circulating version of the same coin. The 1875 Meiji silver yen struck at Osaka represents the lowest mintage of the entire Meiji yen series at 139,323 coins. Graded by NGC as MS63, it stands as one of the finest surviving examples of the issue and sold at auction for $168,000. And yet another example of Japanese Meiji-era silver is featured next. But this time we are presented with a proof pattern trade dollar of 7 yen for 1874, struck as Japan sought to create a silver coin to compete with the English, Spanish, and Mexican silver, including the US silver trade dollar used widely in commerce at the time. One of two known patterns. This type, without the beaded circle, is considered the rarer of the two, with only 2 certified and just one single piece appearing at auction in recent memory, graded as proof 62 by NGC and once in the Norman Jacobs collection. It sold for $240,000 from the Pei family collection. There's an old Chinese idiom, 风貌连秀, which translates as being as rare as phoenix feathers or unicorn horns. Something that is essentially so rare that it approaches the mythical. Something like this Qing dynasty engraved master of 500 cash, likely made around 1854, certainly qualifies as such. Known as a daimyo or a ancestor coin, these hand-engraved prototypes were carved directly into quality copper blanks by master craftsmen, their tool marks still visible to this day. It would have been presented to the emperor for approval. They served as the foundation for the mother coins and eventually the circulating issues more familiar to us all. Emanating from the Board of Revenue Mint's West Branch, it is certified by China's Gongbo grading service as 85 and realized $360,000 at auction. The 1912 Republican Li Yuanhong dollar from the Wuchang Mint is amongst the most significant early Republican issues, depicting Li in a military cap, the scarcer of the two bust types. Li was a key revolutionary general, becoming the first vice president of the Republic, and then briefly its president after Sun Yat-sen's resignation, though his rule faltered amidst warlord rivalries. This PCGS MS-65 example, one of the finest known, with only 4 coins graded higher, realized $138,000 at auction, linking both numismatic rarity to a pivotal moment in China's turbulent transition from empire to republic. The 1911 Guangzhou silver restrike specimen, the so-called long-whiskered dragon dollar, struck at the Tianqian Mint, is amongst the most iconic patterns of late Qing dynasty China. Designed by Luigi Gheorghi, its sweeping dragon represents the artistic pinnacle of imperial coinage reform, a project that was cut short by the dynasty's imminent collapse. This SP63 NGC example, with proof-like fields, sharp details, and iridescent hues of both lavender, lemon, and teal, realized $504,000 at auction, cementing its place as a masterpiece of Chinese numismatics. The 1906 Guangzhou silver restrike specimen tail stands as one of the greatest treasures of Chinese numismatics, a glistening reminder of the empire's short-lived push towards monetary modernization, struck at the Tianqian Mint just 6 years after it was rebuilt from the ruins of the Boxer Rebellion. The series was intended to standardize coinage under the tail system, but resistance from both the provinces and the emperor's impending demise left the reforms unfulfilled. This restrike specimen, identified by mild dye rust, yet displaying luminous semi-proof-like fields all the same, and a soft caramel-like toning, is a technical marvel of the type. Certified by PCGS as SP66, it is the single finest example across both restrikes and originals, a grade rarely seen in this elite class. When offered at auction, it realized an extraordinary $810,000, underscoring its once-in-a-lifetime status and securing its legacy as one of the most important pattern issues in the late Qing dynasty. Subscribe to WNN and feel free to watch another video about Asian coins right here. Next, for the World Numismatic News, I am Numisman saying thank you for watching, keep collecting, and have a fantastic day.